Hi guys, today I want to show you some tricks, but not really much. I have 6 points to point out, especially when these guys go to flea market or you go on eBay to purchase a used bicycle. How do you judge whether it is a good bicycle? The first point I would like to point out is, in both wheels, between here are the rim, this is the rim, and the brake, there is a gap here, and try to find a bicycle so that the gap is constant over when the wheel is like moving, and you can see the gap is constant, or there can be a little bit deviation, but as long as it doesn't touch the brake and it will not waste your effort of pedaling. And also for sure when it brake, so it can stop the wheels, and then also the brake will be rebound, it resume to the same position, so that it means the brake are working. So this apply to both wheels. This is the first point I want to point out. It's about the brake and the wheels. Second thing I would like to point out is here. So this is the fork. This is the fork, and this is the frame. This one is called head tube. So here you can see this black rings, and here as well. Actually, this is called headset. There are some bearing inside which make your fork can move, and there can be problem when there is the bearing is not really in good condition. So how you test it? First you press the front brake and you push it forward. So you push it forward to see if you feel some play here. So means should be really firm enough so that it will not move. The fork and the handlebar, you will not feel like there is a gap or there is a play for it, which is important, because if there is a play here, you cannot steer properly, and also from time to time it can be broken. It can cost you 40 euro to change your headset. The third thing I would like to point out is about here. This is called bottom bracket. So I will turn around the bicycle to show what's going on here. When you pedal with this one, here there is a bearing. This is called bottom bracket, and if this is broken, which is normally when you have an old bicycle, how you test it is you hold the pedal and you move it left and right. This is the crankset, and you move it left and right to see if there is a play or gap here. So it should be really firm like this, which is important. Otherwise, it's like show you it's a broken bike and you don't want to buy it. And the fourth point is the condition of the gear. So everyone know the gear, a typical gear, is the teeth will get connected with the chain, so it will bind really tightly. But there are sometimes the teeth are worn out and they cannot go into the chain. So how you test it is when you get on the bicycle for a ride. When you get on the bicycle, so you brake both, you stop the bicycle and you try to pedal like this. So you try to pedal hard without going. So if there is problem with the teeth, with the tooth here, and the chain will slide immediately. And so what's the problem is when you pedal, you cannot move on, and the chain will slide. And what if the chain is sliding? Maybe your groin will hit the stem, and you really get a painful hit on your groin, or you fall down from bicycle and lose your balance. Which show the condition of the gear in both this one's crankset and the cassette here are really important, and the condition of the chain. So this is the fourth point. The fifth point is really obvious, that you must always look everywhere on the frame, on the wheels, if there are some optical or physically really obvious cracks on the frame. And when you have a test ride, if there are some cracks from somewhere on the frame, you will listen some sound like eek, 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 something like this. So it means there are some cracks on the frame, and which is obvious. Or you check whether the fork, there are some crack, or the physical condition, which is not hard to check. And the last point I would like to point out is the height of the bicycle, so which is really practical. How you define the height is correct is mainly you sit on the bicycle when you pedal it. So when the pedal gets to the bottom position of the pedal is here, and your leg is like nearly straight, so that you can pedal with the efficiency, because the blood can go through your legs and will bring the efficiency. When the pedal at the bottom and your leg is like this, it's bent really sharply, which means the bicycle is too small for you. Or when, for example, me, like I get on the bicycle, if the pedal is at the bottom, but my leg is like completely stricken, or I cannot even touch the pedal, means that the bicycle is too large for me. And last but not least, for sure, you have a test ride around to test every brake, if it's working, if every of the gear is actually, you can shift to the gear, you feel the difference of the power. And also, this is a simple brake test, whether the braking force is enough. You brake the front brake and you push the bicycle, so you lift it up, and it shows that the front brake has enough power to stop the bicycle. In reverse, the rear brake, you do this, then you show that the rear brake is working. So yeah, that's every point I would like to talk about today, and I hope it will help you guys to understand the basic tips, like the basic things to purchase a bicycle. If you find any kind of this problem, or when you break it, it doesn't function well, and if there are minor problem, maybe you can fix it with a low cost, then you can bargain with the seller, like, alright, can it be cheaper, 10 or 20 euros, 30 euros, something like this, then you fix yourself, or you don't buy the bicycle. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck with bicycle purchase. Peace.